Alright guys, welcome back to our Learning iRacing series. It's a good one. It's the one we've waited for. We've waited a little while since we signed up, but I've been wanting to do iRacing for years and years and years, man. And ever since I last picked up NR 2003, I've been dying to do iRacing. I finally have a setup where I can do it, and good things finally happened. Street stocks at Charlotte. iRacing just wrapped up all the 13th-week stuff, so they're back into the official series. Street stocks at Charlotte. Here are our qualifying laps, our 2 qualifying laps. This is critical to the result that we got. I think there was an earlier practice where I was a little bit faster than the quality lap I ended up running here. I think I ran a low 37 flat. But man, starting P1, as you're going to see that we do here, it's our first ever pole. Starting P1 was massive, so that was a huge thing here. I'm drifting up a little bit, but I'm kind of more gearing up to do something big on lap number 2.
One more lap.
Not the last time in this video the white flag will be for us.
37.056.
37.05 in lap number 1. Really got her down there on that bottom line. Learned my lesson from a couple of videos ago, as you saw. Hold the bottom. Entered a little higher, probably about 2 or 3 tire widths higher than I would have liked there. Tried to compensate a little bit for it on exit and might have scrubbed off a hair of speed there. But coming to the line is a 36.99 P1.
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
I mean, how the fuck are you going to consider?
As you can see, if I had stuck with my first lap,
street
I
car.
wouldn't have been on the pole. Let's get right to the race, guys. Let's do it.
Hey, green and yellow 5.
Get
Get up
ready,
there, bud.
going green.
I can go as soon as that pace car pulls off. I kind of had it in mind when I was going to go. I wanted to get out to a big lead. I did not want them to be able to draft and get me, and I just gun it right here. And then seeing them getting smaller in my mirror felt great. But I knew that they were going to catch me. I knew that pack was going to catch me.
Imagine the fucking person in last place crashing.
All I'm really trying to do here is just break the draft, because I can see P2 is a lane up. So just trying to hold, I'm not trying to hold the line there, because there's really nobody on me. I'm trying to break his draft, and I didn't want to run the high line and risk scraping the wall. So 17, starting to get a little bit bigger in my mirror. Getting a little worried here. Not so much I'm going to get past. If I get past, I get past, whatever. I just don't want to get dumped. Don't dump me for the lead, man. So I'm getting a little nervous. He's 3 tenths behind. Getting a little bigger in my mirror. A little bigger in my mirror. All I'm trying to do is not really focus on that. Just run smooth, consistent laps. All I need to be doing. He gets to 2 tenths. He's probably about a car length back. Less than a car length. And then he eats the fence coming off a 4. I'm feeling pretty damn good. But the 3 and the 17, they're still there. However, there they go. And it is right around there where I start to feel pretty good about our chances to get our first ever win in an online race, a real online meaningful race that counts in iRacing. However, that guy's 1.2 seconds back. Skylar Dean, I mean, he sounds fast, right? So I'd stop looking at the mirror, just trying to hit my marks. If he catches me, he catches me. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But if I hit my marks, I don't think he's going to catch me. This will not be the most exciting race you ever see, I promise you that, but I sure was happy about it. Obviously, also on my mind here is lapped cars in front of me. I'm happy to see that number where the 9 is 13.5 seconds up. Nowhere near me. There's no lappers near me. There's nobody who shouldn't be having any influence on this race whatsoever near me. There's none of those guys, none of them around. So all I'm trying to do is put down 20 qualifying laps, basically, and hit my marks. That gap is pretty much staying at about 1.2. And that's fine. As long as he's not gaining, as long as he's not getting to a point where he can kind of get in my draft, that's fine. What I also don't want is for those three to kind of get lined up and start drafting together and catch me. It's hard to do in street stocks, but it can be done. You're going to be faster in draft no matter what compared to single car runs. And I'm putting down some damn good laps too. A 37.1 in race trim is pretty good. I think out of the top 10 I had the fastest average laps, but I did not have the fastest lap at all. I think somebody put down like a 36.8. But it's all a matter about being able to repeat it, and stay clean too. No incident points in this freaking race was huge.
Have a wrecked, have I?
Smooth line. Just trying to run a smooth line. Seeing that gap get a little bigger to P2.
Fucking other people in the process, douchebag.
37.08.
Wreck 'em, baby, wreck 'em. I need the help.
Slow car down low. Go high.
37.08 that last lap. Whew.
I'll tell you that right now.
Whatever.
Not the greatest line through 3 and 4 there, but I think we can get away with it. Trying to keep it off the apron, trying to keep it off the wall. Stay smooth, stay smart. Don't need to push too hard. 37.12, right? 1.4 is the gap. The gap is getting bigger.
Really gonna be bumping?
I am really
You came straight from the
nervous
lane,
during all of this too. Really nervous. Because I know that if everything goes right, I'm finally going to get it. I'm finally going to get my first win, my first real meaningful win in this thing against actual people in an actual race that matters. I couldn't even begin to tell you how much something like that meant and how long I've wanted to do that. Again, consistent 37.10. Just trying to stay within like that 37 flat to 37.3 range, and everything's going to work itself out. They're not going to catch you.
What the fuck are you doing? Why the fuck are you doing?
Sorry, 1-4, sorry.
Sounds like I'm missing some fun behind me there, but that's fine. That's exactly what I want. I don't be anywhere near that garbage. Clean air, nobody around me. Just put down 20 qualifying laps. Get the hell home with your trophy. There are no actual trophies in this, but that'd be cool. Somebody wants to send me a first iRacing win trophy, you're more than welcome to. Halfway through it. 10 laps down, 10 to go. The gap is 1.5. It looks like they're racing for P2. There's a new guy in P2. It looks like they're racing for P2, which I'm sure is helping me. So I can't imagine they're working with each other to catch me.
37.195. Got 10 laps to go.
37.19 that last lap. I think I clipped the apron come off 2 there, but not really a big deal. Something you can get away with in these cars. Gap is at 1.8. The gap is getting bigger as they race for P2 behind me.
37.213.
Anytime I would see those little smoke puffs, I would get so nervous that just all of a sudden a car was just going to appear on the track in front of me here. Like you'll see I'm coming up on this 17 car here, and like I'm pulling up higher on the backstretch than I had all race because I don't want to be anywhere near anything that can take this away from me. To lose it on something like that if I'm racing for the win and somebody dumps me, as I'm sure you all have seen in previous videos where I basically either dump myself or get dumped, if that happens, that's fine, that's racing. If something like that happens, oh, I'd be so pissed off. Gap is at 2.4 to P2. You'd think I'd be less nervous at this point. Was not less nervous. Just kept feeling like something's going to go wrong, something's going to go wrong, something's going to go wrong. $37.25 the previous lap, $37.19 that lap. Tires obviously are falling off a little bit, but just trying to stay consistent and stay clean.
Go outside, outside. Go outside.
$37.29, lost a tenth there. This is where I got nervous. A lot of people were complaining about this guy and the way he was racing. That's probably why he is where he is in 13th, multiple laps down, and then he pulls out in front of me about second and a half, 2 seconds up. I can see the way he's running, all over, not really holding the line. Like, if this freaking guy somehow cost me this win, I'm 2.5 seconds up, I know I got it. If this freaking guy somehow cost me this win, I will throw everything that isn't nailed down in this basement.
Go outside, baby blue.
And I'm catching him too. It's like, how do I kind of manage that gap between P2, which is at about 3 seconds, to this guy? Do I just lay off and just let him do whatever it is he's going to do?
Do what?
Or do I just try to run up there and go for it?
You came down and then you
Now
came
this
up
is a little bit
into me,
scary
right?
too. I don't know where this guy is and I'm coming off 4. He thankfully was in the infield. But that was a bit of a scare as well. 4 to go. Had to lay out a little bit there, so they're going to narrow the gap between P2 and P1. I am P1. That feels good to say. 20 lap rookie race, street stocks at Charlotte, the big oval.
And then I'm beating you.
Can we bring it home for the checkers? Can we do it? Can we get our first ever win? 3 to go at the line. 37.6. Lost a couple tenths when I had to get out of the gas there, but still up 2.5 seconds.
Come on.
I get what you're saying. I need to come up higher, come back down.
There you go. And then we'll take that fast line, catch up number 1.
I get what you're saying.
At the stripe, 2 to go. Back to some relatively normal lap times with a little bit of tire fall off there. 37.33. While P2 and P3 are trying to work together and compare lines, I'm just trying to put this damn thing in victory lane for the first time ever. Gap is back up to 2.6. Lap car is not going to be a problem. Coming out of 4 to catch the white flag. 1 to go. 1 lap separating us from our first ever win in iRacing. Clean in 1, clean coming out of 2. Going through 3 and 4 for the final time. Lap car in the fence ahead of me, of course. Can never be just smooth and easy. But it's not going to matter. We're going to do it. the number 15, wins at Charlotte. Our first ever win in iRacing. You won. You're damn right we did. Hell yeah. Whew, man, I was screaming up a storm. So I wanted to show you what happened to kind of behind me. Where basically I knew I had it won. Really aggressive racing early on here. I get it. Been there. 3 leaves a little bit of a hole. 17 tries to close up on there. 3 doesn't give him a whole ton of room. And then seen that move before.